A truck is just a truck. It's a thing. It's insured. Let them have it, right? Unless there's precious cargo inside.
Welcome to First Person Defender, where regular people come face to face with unknown attackers and fight their way out.
This is Joe. Now, Joe did not grow up around guns, but discovered a love of them only about 17 years ago, but since then has been training a whole lot, taking classes, taking it seriously. He carries every day, and he's fully equipped to deal with situations like this. And he has a family he loves very much.
Joe's a really great guy. He's a Texan, but he knows that he's not going to defend property with deadly force, so we really have to up the ante here, and we've got a twist for him. I've got John Correa with me from Active Self-Protection and HK. He's going to help us analyze what happens in this scenario. We're going to be using Humorex T4E guns with paint markers.
I'm excited to see Joe work on this one. It's not a simple problem we've set up for him. He's going to have to make good decisions.
All right, so Joe's one of my students. He knows that he doesn't want to defend property with deadly force.
Right.
So we've got his niece in the back seat.
You know, this is a complicated situation too, so he's got to recognize some things and act fairly quickly.
Oh, hey, hurry up! Hey, you get back in the house! You get back in the house! Oh, he just shot at an unarmed guy.
He did shoot at an unarmed guy. Boy, he put shots on that truck really fast. Oh, geez, get behind. They bounced.
Didn't get in. He didn't use cover there. He needs to get behind cover for his reload. He did a reload.
Figuring that stuff out. They got away. Now, interesting here. What's he going to do? See how he is. He's out. That's good. Let's get his niece out.
Call 911, David.
Telling Dave to call 911. That's good. Checking the dead guy. Doesn't have to do that. He can just create distance.
You can just get away from him, right?
Right.
I prefer you just get away in this case because the important thing is his niece, and he's got her away, but she's kind of lingering because he hasn't told her what to do.
He reached in, he shut the truck off, he's got the keys in his pocket. He didn't have to do all that, but he must be satisfied Dave's dead.
Index!
Do not touch people that you think are dead.
Yeah.
If they're obviously dead, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
All right, man, let's go hear the interview.
Let's do it.
All right, Joe, tell me how you're feeling right now. What's the emotions?
Ramped
What's
up. Yeah.
Physically, what are you feeling?
Got a rapid heart rate. And even though you know it's a false scenario, still elevated heart rate, elevated respiration rate, trying to process a lot of information.
I mean, walk me through what happened. You walked out that door. What do you see? What do you hear?
My truck's running. There's a car behind my truck. Whoa, that guy's got a gun. And then all of a sudden you realize, well, this guy's getting ready to leave my car. So I don't know who this guy is in the truck. I don't know where my niece is, but I see this guy back here. Mm-hmm. He's gonna draw down on me, so I was able to get out on him. I think I hit him, I don't know. But then I shot whoever's in the driver's side here.
Yeah, talk about that, because you did some thinking, because you're like, I can't let him get away with my niece.
Right.
Who cares about the truck, right?
Right.
So why'd you shoot him?
I thought he posed an imminent threat, certainly to her, possibly to me. You got a several thousand-pound vehicle here, and that's a serious weapon. A lot of people don't think about it as a weapon.
How did you make that choice, that decision to shoot, and your angle of shooting?
Well, I did see there was nobody in the passenger side, and then this window was cracked back here, and you could see her moving, so you knew she was back in the back. Well, this angle, I think, was okay. That
Into the passenger or the driver's side.
Yeah, I think I wasn't going to hit her there. That was a further shot out to that guy. He was armed. He was also getting in the vehicle and starting to move.
So talking to the bad guys, you actually shot the lookout guy, and at the time, he was just a lookout guy. What are people gonna say when they watch this episode? Because the Monday morning quarterbacking is gonna start. They're gonna say, man, you shot that guy, he didn't have a gun. Was he an accomplice to kidnapping?
Yeah, I guess I perceived that guy as a threat and just didn't process the information well enough to know, no, the real threat's here. But then eventually this guy was armed and took shots at me.
So your niece is in the backseat right behind this carjacker, kidnapper. You took shots. Was the angle safe or not? What do you think?
I think it was. I mean, I knew at that point when I didn't see her in the passenger side that, well, and then the window was down and I saw some movement. I said, okay, she's in the back. It wasn't a super safe shot, but it was a question of stopping the guy who's kidnapping your niece.
It was the shot you had.
Yeah.
All right, on the range, worked with the HK VP9 SK. This is their compact version of the VP9 series. Something I like about this gun is the front sight. It's bright green. They worked with XS sights on this. It's a great front sight for me. It really jumps out. When I'm on the range, I'm always challenging myself to practice a hard front sight focus, a crisp focus, because when there's a bad guy down there, your eyes are going to want to focus on the threat downrange, and you have to train yourself and challenge yourself to have a good front sight focus to get those important hits when it matters most. Check it out, the HK VP9 SK.
All right, so John, I saw a lot of great things. I saw a few things, a very small few things that he could do better, and I think everybody watching wants to know what those are.
I think we saw a couple, I mean, we could focus on a lot of stuff always, but you did a good job, all right? That was a really good rep. Couple things. Number one, let's think about angles and our angles of domination in getting to a good outcome. Number two, the most effective use of our cover. And number three, prioritizing the people that we need to get out of danger over securing the scene.
And for me, when you went up on that dead guy in the truck, I thought, you know what? There's no reason you should touch that guy. If he's obviously dead, that's one thing. And you said he looked obviously dead to you. But just get away. Get your loved ones, get out of there, get to cover, get on 911, and start, help coming your way. So John, you got some training points. You gonna make them?
Yeah, let's do them on the truck. It's very dark here. I can't see through this window at all. Can you?
No, sir.
And my biggest concern here, I gotta stop this guy, but what's my biggest worry?
My niece.
So I don't wanna hit my niece. Can I tell where she is in the back seat?
No, I can't.
I really struggle to. Where can I see that I know she's not?
I can see she doesn't look like she's in the passenger side.
She's not in the passenger seat at all. So where positionally might I get where I know if I miss, it's gonna go through the passenger side?
Perpendicular to the...
Why don't you get your Sims gun out, find that spot where I know if I miss that, it's gonna go there, and now put one on him. Go ahead, there we go. If that's a great shot, and if we think about it, that's gonna go out into that other spot. Now, come back here. If I can't go there, if I couldn't move, can you think of another way I could minimize the risk to the back seat?
I could drop down a little bit.
Yeah, so if I drop down, you see that angle gets better?
Yep.
Try that. Beautiful, and that moves that bullet high very, very quickly. I think, again, just that split second of thinking through that. Now, given the fact that maybe I have a bad guy over there, I might like this first one a little better because I'm not moving towards danger.
Exactly.
Now, he starts shooting at us.
Right.
And we need to get to cover.
Right.
Let's watch our muzzle orientation here, and we're coming this way behind cover. Very common for us. If I pop back out here where he just saw me, is he ready for that?
Yes.
You think I have any other options?
Move to another place.
Okay, here I am. Where is another place I could go?
The other side of the vehicle?
Let's try it. Let's see what happens. So here we come on this side. Now, of course, I got to tall back to the vehicle. I got to go until I see him. Can I see him right here?
I see him here, yeah.
Get him. And you got him right there in the noggin.
Okay.
Beautiful. What happens when you shoot him in the noggin? He goes, ow, and he does the bad things, right? But now I better go cover and see if I've got any more shooting to do on him.
Okay.
How is he?
He's down.
He's down and he's done. Very good. Now I can continue to prosecute my problem.
Okay. Got anybody else in the vehicle?
Have you checked it?
No.
Better go check it.
Oh, don't see anybody in the vehicle. We're on the other side to get my niece out of the vehicle.
Ah, okay. Now we've prosecuted the problem coming this way. He's out of the fight. He's out of the fight. What are my big priorities now?
My niece.
Got to get my niece and do what?
Get her to safety.
I got to get her to safety. Think that it's great to have the gun in hand here, or you think you want to put it away? I'm not telling you, I'm asking.
If I'm confident that that the problem's secured, I can put it away. But if I'm not confident, I'm going to keep it in a safe position.
So what are you right now?
I think I'm going to leave it like this.
You're going to keep it in hand?
Energy's high.
I love it. What does that mean for that hand? That means that hand has got nothing else to do but keep that muzzle in a great direction.
Yes.
So I got to use this support hand. Let's get her out. Now maybe in this case, I have a high special needs human, and maybe I need to use this other hand to help her, to get a hold of her by the hand. Hey, come here, sweetheart, let's go.
Okay.
And
Come on.
this way,
Yeah,
babe.
let's step
Still
out.
trying to get ice cream?
Yeah, we are.
In a little bit, and now I want
Get
to
over there
get
to
me
cover.
between her and the problem,
Okay.
right? Go on in the house, sweetheart. Get in the house. Let's get out of here together.
And we've called 911.
And now we're in a safe location. Our loved ones are safe, and we've gotten away from our problem. Nice work.
Thank you.
Crimson Trace known for lasers, but they also make a lot of weapon-mounted lights. Some of them are instinctive activation, and some of them are universal fit, so you can fit them on a lot of different guns. You gotta see what you're shooting at and if you should even shoot. Check them out, lights from Crimson Trace.
Brought to you by Range Ready, preparing you to win the day, one shot at a time.
Sometimes it's really hard to get the angle on a target just by moving your feet. Sometimes it's necessary to change your elevation. If I move down to a knee to take this headshot from here, and I aim at the center of it, I'm probably gonna hit just a little bit off to the left side of that target. So I need to think when I shoot this is I wanna come over a little bit and put my shots in the center of that head. Now, if my backstop is not safe below that target, or the only angle I can get to clear good people, innocent people behind that target, I might have to take a knee to make that shot. Changing the angle by changing your elevation. This is a viable tactic. If you have a range where you can practice something like this, don't dismiss it.
You thought that was gonna be louder, didn't you? All right, the HK416 in .22 long rifle. Do you have an AR for home defense? Do you practice with it? I know 5.56 ammo can be pricey, especially when you're doing it 1,000 rounds at a time, but of course 22 can save the bank budget and get you a little bit more trigger time. So what I like about this is, I mean, it's an AR. It has the same controls. You can practice running the gun the same way as you would your typical AR, but save a lot of cash. And actually, it may be better practice because you're gonna have less recoil and you're not grooving bad habits, overcompensating for that. So check it out, the HK416 in .22 LR.
First Person Defender, brought to you by HK, T4E, and Crimson Trace.
It's gonna be some interesting wrinkles this time. We're gonna see how he does.
Well, we've made some changes,
Yep.
and I have a feeling he thinks he's coming into the same exact thing. We've got an accomplice in there this time.
Yeah, he's got a second in there who is armed.
Oh, we got it! We got it! We got it! Come on, let's go! Get out! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, whoa!
Oh, well, oh God, he just shot a guy three times with his hands in the air.
Uncle Joe! Uncle Joe! Uncle Joe!
Changing position. He's coming around.
He is coming around.
Uncle Joe!
Oh, you surprised him. At this point, he just needs to let him go.
Yeah, he absolutely needs to let him go, and he did.
Got good cover. He's
Now,
letting it happen.
let's see if he will get his niece out and get her to safety.
Come on out, baby. Come on, get behind me. All right, let's go inside. David, call 911.
Index, index.
What was he doing when you shot him?
Right.
Because it's the idea that if he comes back to his front sight and that's what he was doing, he doesn't see what's going on with that guy. The last thing I saw was him driving away with my niece. May not even seen that he had his hands up.
How are you feeling right now? That was a longer one.
Amped up again. You know, even
Yeah.
though, you know, it's a silly fake scenario, but it's amazing how the adrenaline gets going. You're trying to process all the information.
Did it feel real to you?
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah? Okay.
It really did. Come out and what's going on? Who are the bad guys? Do I need to draw my weapon? And the guy in the sedan back there, I didn't see a weapon on him. And then you see the guy's in my truck. I guess my niece is in there. And so I didn't see her over there once again. So I took an angle where I thought I could get hits on him.
Okay.
Didn't see him armed, but at that point it's like he's up to no good and she's at risk. I'm at risk.
So talk about, there was another bad guy that was behind the sedan that started shooting at you.
Yeah. So wasn't sure of the driver. I didn't see him as armed, but I saw him as a threat. And the other guy I did see armed and took a shot at me, and I came around this way. So I felt I needed to take him out, but by the time I got to the other side of the vehicle, I was dry.
All right, Joe, a question. The guy that was in the driver's seat actually had his hands up. What did you see? Did you perceive that?
I did not perceive that. All I perceived is this, why is this guy in my truck? My niece is apparently still in there. And so I'm taking the shot. And I did not see hands up. I don't know, if I'd seen hands up, I guess I would have hoped I would not have shot. But with the energy in this situation, I pulled the trigger.
Well, John, he doesn't even know how many people were involved in the scenario. He doesn't know if it was one person, two people, or four people. This is a prime example of why you don't try to give a detailed statement directly after the incident.
His brain is going to process this for days to figure out exactly how do I remember things, and none of it will match exactly what we saw on the camera. That's how human memory works.
So he did some really great things there. He definitely did not shoot the guy by the car who had his hands up. He made shots into the vehicle. He saw movement, can't articulate exactly what he was shooting at, but he knows the truck was running and his niece was inside.
And that was really what he focused on. My niece was in danger. I needed to save her, got her out of the car, got her to safety.
Right, and then he did a great job of using cover, because I know he surprised bad guy number 3 when he came out with that empty gun, and he so badly wanted to finish that gunfight. Having enough ammo, having enough gun.
Yeah, and obviously these training guns are only 8 rounds, and so that makes it hard. You know, normally we'd gas that up with a full magazine for a duty-sized gun, but you run what you brought.
Well, that's why hits count, and I think he had a great time, and I know he learned a lot.
To see all of Gun Talk's content, go to guntalk.com, guntalktv.com, or sign up for the Gun Talk newsletter.